I want to start the video off by saying thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for, just the support. I mean, I think every month or literally every chance that I possibly can get, bro, I want to just say thank you to every single one of you guys. Thank you for the love, right? I was going through my comments yesterday and one of my viewers was going through a lot, right? Just to summarize their story, right? I have two stories per se. One is like, disabled. One is, both of them have one thing in common. They have family problems, right? But essentially the whole crux of it is that they don't feel like they love themselves. They don't feel like confident in themselves, right? Maybe external factors play a part. Maybe they have specific addictions. Maybe like one of them has a life-changing event that they couldn't control. They're disabled, right? Depending on what the story is behind that person's life. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for the comments, but both of their stories, they have one thing. They want to be free, right? Even though they haven't written it down, but they clearly want to change their lives. In fact, everybody wants to change their lives. I don't think when people watch these types of content, it's just momentarily. Everybody has a desire to live the best life that they want. I too had moments where I hated myself, or moments where parents or friends or people that I trusted put me down, right? You're not worthy, right? And sometimes it's not even blatantly, but sometimes it's just, I guess, the reaction of it. The way they say it, the way they come off, the way the energy is portrayed to you, right? You never do things right? You don't have common sense. So my mom used to tell me back in the day. Or, my pops with the whole, what's this? Oh, you're not a man if you show emotion, or this or that. I know. And in my response to these comments, because in my story, what I did was, I didn't give those things energy, right? I always like to make a story about myself to show you sort of a reference point, because I've been through, I could say, most of the problems that people go through. Not all, obviously. I'm saying most of the 5 reasons to become confident because you're not confident. How to gain self-esteem, right? How to be a better version of yourself. It's better said than done, I know. I can write paragraphs on paragraphs, and that's pretty much what I want to do. I want to make sure to get to every single comment, and literally, I don't want to just have you guys just be like one-time viewers and I just say thank you, or I just brush off. I really want to interact with you guys as much as possible. But the moral of the story, and pretty much the title of this video, is you really have to want to change your life, right? It's not easy. I know that. It's not easy. You have to have that desire within you to change your life. Now, someone might say, okay, change your life. You keep saying change your life. It's a broad term. What does it mean to you, right? I know in this space, people usually say, start an online business, get a job, or whatever, right? Some people might not even have the funds to start an online business, so then you get a job, right? Don't listen to what people in the online space tell you, right? As ironic as it is, a job is necessary for now. I like to look at a job as a stepping stone. You get from point A to point B, right? You start saving up some cash so you can move out of your parents' house. You really have to want this, right? Social behaviors. Let's say you're a recluse like me, right? Let's say you've been at home for pretty much your whole life, and you're socially awkward. You don't know how to interact with other human beings. You get nervous, you get sweaty palms, and you just feel weird around other people. Start off with exposing yourself to the outside world. Okay, I'm gonna learn how to order a cheeseburger by myself instead of tapping on my parent's shoulder, going through a drive-through, and trying to limit as much human contact as possible. We are social beings at the end of the day. We need to interact with other people as much as we like to keep ourselves recluse, right? If you're an introvert, that's cool. I'm an introvert too. I'm not saying that you need to always have your own space. You need to have a balance of things. There is time for social interactions, and I believe there is time for yourself, right? But let's say you've been in that situation and you're just now getting out of the house and you're starting to explore the world. Start off by doing things by yourself. What I used to do back in the days, I would go to like a burger joint, Burger King, right? And I would order myself a Whopper. Back in the day, I couldn't go to the teller and be like, "Hi, can I have a Whopper with cheese?" I couldn't say that, right? You learn as you go along. Obviously, I'm not saying as soon as you go out, your whole life will change. It comes with repetition. It comes with repetition over and over and over. The more you do it, the more you in scientific terms, you grow neurological pathways, you become used to it. And in normal terms, it just becomes a habit. You're learning how to become what you want to become, right? And I also preference the whole ideology of affirmations, right? I know this part also gets kind of looked down upon because it's, wishy-washy bullshit. But I believe it's true. I have a video coming out soon on how to, fake confidence, but you have to become what you want to be up in here. If you feel like, oh, I don't want to interact with people when I go out, I just want to be by myself, you're going to be that. I understand that not everybody's dealt with the best cards. I know that. I don't want to come off as somebody who isn't understanding, right? Reading people's stories, I also learned a different perspective of things. That's why I usually take a while before I answer these types of comments. It's not everybody sort of has the best dealt cards. Not everybody has the best families. Not everybody has the best circumstances, right? I've mentioned in some videos, right now, I've experienced what it's like to be extremely broke, to have no food, to have no water sometimes, to have literally days where electricity's off, to eat nothing, right? Only wait for dinner to eat type shit. I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. So I always come with that understanding of someone else's perspective. But back with the affirmations, that's how it is. You have to first see yourself as that person who wants to change. You have to be that person. You have to really want it within. Because if you don't, no amount of videos that you watch. You can watch 100 self-improvement videos. You can read all the books in the world. But if you don't want to do it, your life's not going to change. I can hammer down this idea so many times into your head that you need to change your life. You need to put in the action, right? The reason why I start off with stories is because I want to show you what I've been through. Maybe you can relate, right? I used to be a bitch, right? I used to always consistently replay this narrative that I'm not worthy, that I'll never get the best things in life, that I will never be in front of a camera one day and people would want to listen to me. I never felt worthy of doing those things. I always felt like I'm going to be stuck here forever. I'm going to rot in this place for another 4 years. But it doesn't have to be like that. You got the power. I'm so happy and grateful that people are getting into the space more and more, right? People need to change their lives. That's why I believe for now, the first thing is just to take action. But before you take action, sort of the prerequisites, the requirements before you take action, you have to know, you have to have a clear goal, a clear intention as to this is what I want to do. This is how I want to be in the next 2 years, right? Then you create the necessary systems, the necessary steps in order for you to get into that state. Maybe you start working out. Maybe you pick a religious practice, right? Maybe you get into spirituality. Maybe you learn more about the law of assumption, the law of attraction, or whatever else. Maybe you read more, right? The cliche stuff, cold showers, meditation, all that other shit, right? Whatever works for you. But just make sure that at the end of the day, you take the necessary action. I always like to keep myself as an example because I'm not gonna lie. I put myself in this position. As much as I don't like to admit it, when I write down in my journal every day, or when I look back at all of the things that has happened, and I know some people might be like, no, you're being too hard on yourself, but it's true. I allowed these thoughts to get into my head. I allowed my parents or friends to say all those things about me, and I believed them. I allowed myself to get comfortable. I allowed myself to get 20 years deep in a whole fucking porn addiction that doesn't want to go away. I allowed myself to do that because I kept telling myself, no, I'll try again tomorrow. Or I just don't feel like I don't feel like I can do it. I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to do it. I told myself a couple months ago that March, I'm gonna force myself to change my inner dialogue. And I did. I feel better, right? I'm talking a lot clearer now. I feel like I have a lot more confidence, right? Now it's time for the action. Change up here first and then get to work. Have a clear intent. Have a clear goal. Create the necessary systems or steps that you need to do in order for you to get to the desired state, the desired goal, the desired dream. I just want to let you guys know that whatever you're going through, it's not forever, unless you make it forever. Obviously, I can't get into too much detail, but I know people, like to this day, who are miserable. People who don't want to change their life, people who think that God is out to get them. People who think that because of your skin color or whatever, you're cursed or whatever. I know. Imagine being that person for the rest of your life. Imagine getting to the point where you get married, you have kids, and you poison them with that mindset. You have the time now. Change your life. Right? Like, I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Right? There's dreams and goals that I have one day, maybe starting a community, so then each of us, we get to help each other as much as possible, and just a normal community, because there's times where most of us are in this position and we can confidently say we don't have friends like that. So having to speak to people like-minded, having a like-minded community will be great, right? Obviously, I think I'll do that maybe 1,000 subs and up, but that's still under wraps for now. So I just want to say thank you again, guys. Seriously. I really want to say thank you, but to new viewers, old viewers, and specifically to the 2 viewers I'm talking about, you gotta want it. You really have to want it, right? Don't give up. Don't give up. If this was the sign that you needed, don't give up. There's so much more to life. There's so much more you could do. All you need to do is just get on the other side. All you need to do is just get off your ass and start doing the shit that you need to do, right? The things that are difficult, the things that are scary. Challenge yourself. And that's why I feel like it's important that we grow this community the more, like, to bigger heights, so that we can help people who feel like they don't have a community. I can confidently say right now, I don't know anybody who's doing the same shit I'm doing. I don't feel comfortable telling people in my immediate circle, whether it be family, whether it be friends, that, hey, I'm doing this, I'm improving my life, because half of them have poor habits. And look, no judgment. I still love them, they're still, I'm not saying like disregard the people who are there for you, but I'm just saying that if you want to get to a better step, if you want to interact with people who can help you grow, it's tough. I don't know nobody. I use Reddit, and I use you guys. You guys inspire me, and I inspire you guys too. At least I hope I do, but I know I do. So take care of yourself. Take action. Change your mindset. Make sure you have clear goals. Make sure you have a clear system to want to change your life. Give it 3 months, 2 months, or whatever. Depending on how bad you want it, it could come sooner. And in other cases, you really can't control the timing of things, but trust me, anything can happen as quick as possible. It just depends on your desire to want it, you know. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And that community is coming soon, I swear. All right? We're going to help everybody, right? This is not just like a male self-improvement space, even though it's more focused on males, but it's for everybody, right? We're in a time right now we need self-improvement more than ever. I'll catch you tomorrow. Stay tuned for more. Peace.